Well, guys, when 2020 hit and all of these lockdowns happened, we sold our souls to the devil because we saw how the government wanted to control us, control our bodies. And then now in 2023, this so-called COVID emergency is over with. But guys, it's never really over because we gave them the power. We gave them the power, and people who gain power, they never, ever want to give it up. Some people, man, are just drunk on power. They just are. Last week, I talked about a college that implemented jab mandates. Yeah, in 2023, jab mandates. Even though if you actually get the shot, you can still catch and spread the virus. You can't. I've known people that got the jab and they caught the virus. And you know what those people are actually saying right now that they already had the virus? They said they weren't getting the jab. That's up to them. They said we're done with jabs. That's up to them. But when it comes to these institutions, that's a whole nother story. Because, guys, we have a black liberal arts college out there in Atlanta that has just gone completely insane. They went all the way back to the future or just back in the past now, I guess you could say. They went all the way back to 2020, guys, because they have implemented the most insane COVID policies in 2023. Look at this, guys. Over here on the Post Millennial, check this out. Black Atlanta Liberal Arts College, Morris Brown, implements mask mandate, social distancing measures amid new COVID scare. So not only did they actually implement mask mandates, but also social distancing. I guess 6 feet. The 6 feet actually did nothing, by the way. Nothing. And even when it came to the mask stood around, actually took hold a lot stronger than social distancing. I haven't heard about anybody social distancing. The few people I've actually seen in the grocery store, they're not social distancing at all. But this college right here wants to make a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds wear masks and social distance. But however, guys, it gets worse. We're going to get to another part here, guys, because this other part, I'm not going to spoil it. It's just off the walls here. Let's go ahead and read this, guys. It says here, Morris Brown College has reintroduced mask mandates for both students and staff while on campus just a week after the commencement of classes. The Atlanta-based private institution conveyed this new mask mandate through an official communication on Sunday, addressed to faculty, staff, and students as part of a comprehensive set of COVID-19 safety measures, including the mask requirement. These protocols will remain in effect for a span of 2 weeks. The rationale for this decision is attributed to, quote, reports of positive cases among students in the Atlanta University Center, as stated in the communication. So why in the world would you actually do this for 2 weeks? Newsflash, ever since the Wuhan virus hit the scene, it has never went away. And guess what? It is never going to go away. It is always going to be there. But yet they're saying this for 2 weeks. Do you actually trust that if you're actually going to Morris Brown? I wouldn't. This is all about control, guys. All about control. And your mainstream media, they're partly to blame for this, guys. I remember seeing this here. This came out August 18th. Yeah, about 3 days ago. MSNBC, or NBC right here with Lester Holt. They were talking about this new variant. Guess what, guys? There's new variants of the flu every single year, and nobody cares. I believe that people are sick and tired of the fear with COVID. People are sick of it, man. I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. Everybody is sick of it. But the people in power, these institutions, the media, they want to tell you about masks and all this other stuff, while in the meantime, when we watch news, nobody's wearing a mask. And I'm willing to bet if you actually see your local news people out there in public, they're not wearing a mask. Watch this clip, guys.
COVID is making a comeback this summer, so many of us would like to leave it in the past, but cases are once again on the rise. So when will new booster shots roll out? Ann Thompson asked the CDC director.
This summer, most Americans left COVID in the past, gathering together once again mask-free. But tonight, signs of a COVID resurgence. Across the country, COVID hospitalizations jumped more than 14% in the most recent week, but far lower than pandemic levels.
Actually, way below pandemic levels. That's what they're not telling you. They're seeing a 14% uptick, and then they just want to start spreading the fear.
NBC News medical contributor Dr. Kavita Patel.
What's behind this uptick in COVID that we're seeing?
The main driver of this is a variant that's relatively newer to the scene, EG5. It's easier to give and get, so that makes it kind of easier to pass along.
It's been almost a year since the last COVID booster came out. CDC Director Dr. Mandy Cohen.
The new COVID booster is expected to be approved by the FDA, and then we will make recommendations from the CDC probably by the second or third week of September.
Will it protect against this new strain?
Yes, the booster is tailored to what we are seeing circulating now.
Critics say the federal government is behind once again. People knew there was going to be a COVID resurgence. So why don't we have a booster today? Why do we have to wait until next month?
The way we go about doing our, just like we do with our flu shots, right? We make sure that we're looking at the ways in which the virus changed. They look at and evaluate that. The FDA is doing its work. We likely will see this as an annual COVID shot, just like the flu shot.
Just in time for fall, when we'll also face RSV.
Can you take the flu shot, the COVID booster, and the RSV vaccine all at once?
So for flu and COVID, yes. RSV, again, is only available for older adults. That's one where I'd say talk to your doctor about what's right for you.
So until the new COVID booster comes, get prepared. Stock up on at-home tests. They do cover that new strain. Keep a mask handy in case you're in a crowded place. And most of all, get your shots, COVID, flu, and RSV, all by Halloween to give yourself your best chance of staying healthy.
A reminder that COVID never went away.
Didn't.
Right. And thank you.
Yeah, it never went away. But the mainstream media, man, they're putting out there a 14% increase in hospitalizations. I'm not surprised. And just wait until 2024, guys, when we have a presidential election coming. Just wait. Just wait. Boy, it's going to be worse than ever, man. Trust me. But look here. The president of Morris Brown College had this to say right here. President Kevin James of Morris Brown College indicated to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution on Monday that the college has not yet received any reports of COVID-19 cases directly on its premises. So they have 0 cases reported of the Wuhan virus, but yet they're implementing mask mandates. 0 reports of a positive test. Wow. He characterized these measures as precautionary steps. The Atlanta University Center Consortium comprises several historically black colleges and universities located on the western side of the city. Notably, Morehouse and Spelman colleges, as well as Clark Atlanta University, initiated their classes last Wednesday. According to Morehouse's official website, the Atlanta University Center Consortium is presently categorized at the green alert level, within a 4-tiered alert system. This designation signifies minimal prevalence of the virus within the community. Alert levels are determined based on factors such as the number of recent cases on campus and in the surrounding area over the preceding 7 days. So they basically had like nothing really. Nothing. But check this out right here, guys. In addition to the mask mandate, Morris Brown College has also directed students to uphold physical distancing measures and has prohibited parties and sizable student gatherings on campus for the ensuing 2-week period. Temperature checks for students and employees upon arrival at the campus premises will be mandatory. So like every single day, I guess they're going to check your temperature. Okay, so if you have a little bit of a temperature, does that actually mean you have the Wuhan virus? No, it doesn't. You can be positive for the Wuhan virus and have no symptoms whatsoever. That could be several factors on the reason why your temperature is up a little bit. Doesn't necessarily mean you got the virus. In his message to the campus community, President James said, quote, "We prioritize your safety and seek your cooperation in preventing another pandemic." I can't believe I just read that. I can't believe I just read that, guys, but that is what he said. This is on the extreme level right here. This is just so mask mandates, temperature checks, and also social distancing. Yeah. I mean, when is this going to end? Guys, the flu has been around forever. And guess what? In the fall, flu cases always rise. It always does. It's never going away. We never did this for the flu. Ever. But now, man, like I said, man, control. We gave these institutions the power, the government the power. Even though Biden actually said the pandemic is over, you're still seeing this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden decided, you know what, especially next year, hey, we need to start locking down. You know, these cases going up. I think that'll backfire, but the government had the power. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.